It's the Treehouse.
Are you comfortable pooping in front of your significant other?
No.
Me either. Turns out 1/3 of people are. And I'm now wondering about 1/3 of people. Because if you're comfortable pooping in front of your significant other, then I don't think you're doing it right. Because there are times when I go number 2 where I'm uncomfortable. But at least that's when I know things are happening that are supposed to be happening. And I know that if I'm grossed out, then I'm getting the bad stuff out, right? So I feel like if you're totally comfortable getting all the bad stuff out in front of your significant other, there's either something wrong with you mentally or physically because you're not actually pooping the way you should.
I don't want to pee in front of my significant other or poop and vice versa.
I don't just want that to be me time. It's not a selfish thing. It's okay. It is a selfish thing. Not only do I want that time to be for me, but I want no part of that time with you. When you go, that's your time. I want no part of it. I don't want to see it. I can't do much about, being able to totally avoid the smell, but steps can be made. Right. I just, that to me just kind of removes too much of the romance, as it were.
Yes. But you can also get like the poopery stuff, and that kind of will eliminate the odor.
And there are things you can do about the odor that are helpful. The thing
Lysol.
here, though, go ahead, Trey.
Lysol, yeah.
Lysol is also a help. Or, and I'll remember this till the day I die. David Tell, great comedian, said so many years ago, and it stuck with me because I saw this on a special on Comedy Central back in like 99 or 2000. And he said basically that you cannot compete with that smell. You can spray stuff like Lysol or air freshener, but then the bathroom just smells like lemons and ass as opposed to just ass. So you just added a layer to it. And it's true. The exceptions tend to be with the poopery. That stuff seems to work really well, or some sort of commercial grade aerosol.
Or matches.
Yes.
That right there is one of the best. For me, it's twofold, no pun intended. One, because it is very good at snuffing out the smell. Number two, I actually like the smell of matches when you put them out. So it works out really, really nicely. They don't make an aerosol. They don't make like a Lysol scent of burnt matches. It'd be actually pretty cool if they did. But yeah, in a new study, 32% of Americans say they feel completely comfortable both pooping and tooting in front of their significant other.
How old are these people?
I do not have an age group on this study.
Because there's going to be an age group where they don't have a choice.
I believe choice is factored into this equation.
Okay, because there's like, if they're like, 85, it's like, do you feel comfortable pooping in front of your partner? Well, it's going to happen either way.
Day by day, I'm getting more comfortable with it. Mostly due to desensitization, if I didn't even say that word anywhere near correctly. But yeah, only 32% of Americans say they feel completely comfortable both pooping and passing gas in front of their significant other. That means the rest of us, like you, Trey, Raj, and me, the rest of us try to hide that stuff. For some people, the poop shyness extends to people they don't know. 58% of women admit to feeling uncomfortable going number 2 in a public restroom if other people are around. 46% of men feel the same. 51% of women say they generally try to avoid public restrooms altogether. 49% of men also agree. But yeah, they don't go any deeper into the pooping in front of your significant other. But yeah, I mean, 1/3 of people saying that they don't feel comfortable doing, 1/3 of people say they do feel comfortable going number 2 in front of their significant other. It's just to me.
Yeah, a buddy of mine found out in a very odd way, and that this whole story reminded me of this story. Is he was in the shower, and his wife came in and started to use the restroom. Like she started to go, and it had never happened before, and I think they'd only been married just a few months. And as he was showering, she was going number deuce.
How long had they been together before they got married?
3 or 4 years.
Okay, that's not something that you should just drop out of nowhere, both figuratively and literally. Like there needs to be that's a major shift in the relationship. If there's going to be a major shift in the relationship, like out of nowhere deciding you want to poop in front of each other, there needs to be a discussion about it before someone just does it.
Yeah, he stopped. He got out of the shower and went. He was telling me the story. He got out of the shower, went into the living room. And when she came out, she's like, "What's the problem? Is everything okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, we don't do that." It's not. He's like, I'm glad you're comfortable. I am not. And so I think it was a one and done situation. But she thought it was okay. She thought it was completely fine.
I don't understand why all of a sudden she wanted to cross into that territory after being together for so long.
Yeah. I don't know what the motivation was, but maybe she just had to. I mean, there's multiple bathrooms in their house.
Was she wasn't like they were.
No.
I'll show you.
No, he was in the shower doing his thing, getting ready for work, and
I guess that's one way. I guess that's one way that a third of people would feel comfortable pooping in front of their significant other is if they're doing it angry, like they're trying to get back at their partner for something. It's like, yeah, like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, like if he had Dutch ovened her the night before, that's what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An anger dump, dudes. Careful. Yeah, exactly, Raj. The anger dump. If you do something bad, like you Dutch oven her the night before, watch out. The next morning, she might anger dump.
Also, great name for a band, by the way.
Just it really is. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, anger dump.
Really, really solid band name.
Billy Ray Cyrus could be the front man.
There was one more tiny nugget of information out of that survey about 1/3 of people being comfortable pooping in front of their significant others I wanted to share with you. And that is, you would think unrelated in the same study, but in the same study, they also found that 1 in 20 people confess to having defecated in the shower.
I would move. I would immediately break up with you and I would move.
For the record, I don't think they said that 1 in 20 people have pooped in the shower in front of their significant other. They just found that 1 in 20 people confess to having done it, period.
Yes, I would move. I will call you a filthy human on the way out the door. And then that would be the end of it. You would never see me again. You would never hear from me again. I don't care if we had kids. They wouldn't know.
No,
they would know where I went. Dad's in the witness protection program.
Even if checks come, just nothing.
Yep, nothing. You keep them.
So so let's say you walk into the bathroom and she's waffle stomping like a maniac, trying to hide it from you. You're gonna leave her.
That's the title track from Anger Dump. It was waffle stomping.
Is that the album name too?
Well, of course, Trey.
Yeah. along with the same title tour
and line dance.
Billy Bob's will forever be changed.
Billy Ray will have 2 line dancing hits: Hanky Breaky Heart and Waffle Stomp.
And you thought the Cupid Shuffle was fun.
Yeah.
And now there's a reason for Sawdust to be on the floor.
Just imagine going up to a wedding DJ and say, "Hey, you got Cupid Shuffle? No. What about the wobble? You got the wobble? No. I know you got the waffle stomp. I got
you." Yeah, no, I would. I don't care if I even witnessed it. If she came out and was like, "Hey, I just got to tell you something." Sometimes I go number 2 in the shower, and I'd be like, "It was so lovely knowing you." And tell the kids I love them. You'll never hear from me again. You're blocked on every from my phone, all social media, and I'm going to tell your friends. I'm going to tell your family. There needs to be an intervention because there's something seriously wrong with you. You have some sort of mental illness.
What if it was what if it was an emergency? What if just the need arose?
She was sphinxing?
Not because she was sick and because she had to make the terrible decision. the Sophie's Choice like decision when you're sitting on the toilet and you're going number 2 and you feel that you're about to vomit as well, and you have to decide which one's going to go in the toilet. That's when your best decision is the third option you hadn't thought of. That's the Sphinx. That's when you get in the tub, or if the shower's big enough, and you just get down on all fours and you just do both at the same time, and it makes for an easier cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is like, what if, yeah, I mean, what if just something happened? Like, what if she sneezed really hard, like that girl in Hall Pass? Which, if you haven't seen that movie, it's completely worth it, if no other reason than that scene in the bathroom.
No, I mean, how far, like if you're in the shower, like how far away is the toilet? Because it's usually very close by. And if you're on the toilet and you feel like you're going to vomit, I have trash cans in every single bathroom.
Okay.
So you can throw up in the trash can. So
Let's
there's no excuse.
Let's just go back to the shower then. Like, if something happens, it was an oopsie. Are you going to forgive her, or are you still witness relocationing?
No, yeah, I got a go bag. I got the go bag, and we're out the door, and I'm gonna hitchhike like Bill Bixby in the Hulk. I'm just gonna just stick my thumb out and play the piano and hope somebody picks me up and doesn't kill me.
And never ever allowed to be barefoot. Like you have to wear socks and you hang your feet off the bed, because if I see you barefoot, I'm gonna think, all your foot tracks are gonna look like Bigfoot to me, just big brown tracks.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, Trey, if you caught your lady waffle stomping in the shower, you'd stay with her, but there'd be rules about where she's allowed to put her feet.
I don't know that I'd stay with her, but until I could move out, because I maybe couldn't go immediately. Yeah, your feet are hanging off the bed, and they're double socks the whole entire time.
Yeah.
And you're not playing footsie with me ever again.
I'm gonna saran wrap your feet and then put socks on them, and then I'm gonna put socks on those socks. I'm gonna stare at you the whole time with a look that says you're filthy, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You're an adult.
Filthy waffle stomper.
You're an adult. No excuse. No, and then I would have to I'd have to sit the kids down and say, here's what happened. Mom's disgusting.
I think it's important that you know this about your mother, and it's important that you know the real reason that you're never going to see me again.
Yeah, and I'll know they're my children if they go, can we come with you, Dad? I'm like, yes, you can, because you don't want to be around it either. Mm-hmm. And then we leave, and we abandon. That's what we do. I'll abandon you.
because if you and they stay, then it's an endorsement of the waffle stomping lifestyle, and you need to make sure that she is appropriately shunned, and therefore cannot raise other waffle stompers. You don't want the next generation of waffle stompers.
That's correct. I would put crime scene tape over the shower. Like I would tape it off, and only she can use that shower. That is your shower now. You own it. You should live there. That's where you live now. Yeah. You live in that shower. When it dries off, that's where you sleep, because you're very comfortable doing everything else.
You and the kids would leave the love of your life if you caught her waffle stomping in the shower, just like the family did when they escaped at the end of Poltergeist.
I wouldn't say leave, Dan. I would say abandon.
I'd even lower the real estate value, because I would put a sign out in front that, like a foot on, a turd, and go, that lives here. I mean, the brown letter.
Yeah.
And then you have to decide, which neighborhood do you want to live in? Do you want to be next door neighbors to a waffle stomper or to a sex offender?
I would still, like the sign in front of my house would say price reduced. Like that's what it would say, because there's no way somebody's paying full price knowing what happened in that shower.
Yeah.
I have to give you $50,000 off the price of this house because of the nastiness that went on. And I would make her stand in front of that sign with an arrow that says I'm a waffle stomper.
You'd be better off saying it was just a homicide.
Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.